Okay, welcome to the Anti-Noise Experience, a podcast of endurance, noise, and random musings. It's awfully noisy there where the Jester is, and where are you, Ed?
I am in Albany, Georgia at the, what is this race? Oh, Southern Discomfort.
Yes.
There's one of the race directors, John.
Hello,
And
John.
okay, so I just crossed the mat for my next to last time.
Okay.
It's taken me about 20 minutes to do each lap at 1.1 mile. I'm going super slow right now. And then if I have extra time, they do a banana lap. So I'll grab my flag and then go out, and then they'll sound an alarm and I'll plant the flag. So I'm going to face the camera towards the course and talk to you so you can see what's going on. It's a pretty cool park out here. They've got a BMX over there, BMX course over there. They got a little RC thing here. Up ahead, there's actually a zoo, and there's a kids play fort and a splash area, which they have closed because of COVID. But really cool park.
Nice.
In fact, if you look, you can see, beautiful oaks with moss and ponderosa pines. It looks gorgeous. What you don't see is the weather.
Yeah.
Because if you imagine this being 60 degrees, this would be an amazing fast course. It's a really nice surface, road surface, pretty flat.
Yeah.
1.1 mile loop, but it's hot and freaking humid. So here they have these two little things, which is pretty cool. So you don't get a whole lot out of it, but it's just enough to kind of be a little bit refreshing. Go underneath that, and it.
But you're wet. Cool you're wet all the time anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Right. It seems like I lost Ed for a second. He went to the water.
Can you see me?
Yeah, and I can just talk and you disappear.
They've got these every tenth of a mile. So point one, Chuck Norris wouldn't do this. And then when you're coming the other way, because it's every 6 hours they switch.
Yeah.
And point one, you are marvelous. So it's cool because you can kind of really get an idea where you are on the course. Every point one, they've got that little marker. And it makes it kind of fun to, if you're really struggling, okay, just get to the next point one. The next point one, here's one of those little water stations. So, yeah. So you said you've been following along on the progress?
Yes, they have it. They've had online. I wrote the race director's first thing, and they have it. And it says you're at 112.91 miles. You're in first by the other guy's 8 laps behind you. And it also shows your laps. And yeah, you were rolling like 11s, 12s, 13s for quite a while till around till lap 22. And then you were in this 15, 16s. Looks like you took a break.
Let me
Yeah.
I did. Let me show you the other guy. Oh, is he back on the course? Oh, wow. Okay. Here's his wife and the station, and I guess it was done for the day. But yeah, I did take a break. So hey, thank you. Appreciate it. I went out too fast. What I said I was going to do. Remember what I said I was going to do?
Yeah.
I didn't do it because I was feeling really good. And the weather was, because we started at 7.
Yes.
It was cool and very little humidity when we started. So it's like, all right, this is good. I'm going to make some miles. At least you're smiling on yours. You can believe today. Pretty cool little humorous things. So anyway, I went out too fast. I was doing I don't know, 10 minute miles, and it wasn't smart, but it just felt right. Because sometimes, hey, looking good, guys. Sometimes you do these things and you go out and it ends up working out. I've had that happen before. We're going out faster than I probably should have, and just ended up having a really good race. I always have that in the back of my mind that maybe this will be the day, but sure enough, I started to feel, especially when the heat started to come on. And of course, I was soaked in no time, just sweat all the way through. And you just can't cool down. You know,
No.
We're used to in California, when we're wet, that's good because it'll evaporate, it'll cool us down. But no, it just sticks. And so I started, and then mile 23, I felt a bit of a twinge in my quad, and I had that last week. That's why I dropped into the 12-hour. And I decided, you know what? I've got 30 hours.
Yeah.
30 hours. I don't need to push. I'm just gonna walk it. And so here's 0.3 marker. If plan A fails, there are 25 letters left. And from the direction, your mind will quit 1,000 times before your body does. So anyway, I power walked for probably about 45 miles straight, just walked through the heat of the day. And I had a decent pace going on. Sometimes I was able to get even some 13:30s, but mostly 15-minute miles. And then I took a little break because I was getting so sleepy. I was falling asleep on the course because I didn't get any sleep. I flew into Atlanta, got in there around midnight, and I made a really stupid mistake. I waited too late to get my car rental. I was in Chicago on Friday. And usually I'll do that the day before. I'll, get my car rental. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just a super busy airport, but car rentals were $383 a day, and I would need a 2-day rental. It's like, no way. It's 177 miles, and I found this really weird thing, $300, and I checked Lyft Pink, and it would change. Like I go on at one point, it said $245. It's like, no, I'm not gonna, get the driver for that. Then a few minutes later, it's a $285, and then I every so often I check it, and finally it said $177. Boom, I hit that. It's like, I'm taking that one. So I got out here at like 3 in the morning, and someone had an aid station set up with one of those recliner lawn chairs. So I just laid that thing back and slept in that. And of course, they show up, and I've got these old ragged sweats on, and I look like some homeless guy in the park. They're like, what the heck is this guy doing in our aid station? And of course, as I explained, like, oh, it's okay, it's cool.
Yeah.
But so I didn't get much sleep. So last night I was just so tired, and I didn't bring any caffeine pills with me, and it was a self-supported race basically. Didn't have any Coke or anything, and I was just falling asleep. So finally I took a little break. Well, then when I got back out and I checked, this Dustin dude was 3 loops ahead of me, and the woman Sarah was even with me. It's like, wait a minute, no, this can't be. So then I said, all right, I'm gonna see if I can run on my leg. And that 50 miles of power walk, it actually fixed whatever my quad thing was. It's gone, completely gone. So I started to
good.
do some runs. I don't know if you could tell from the time, but I had some pretty fast miles there, like, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and
Well, I can kind of go through the stats here.
Pass them up.
Let me go through for the people. So at lap 60, which is probably like 66 miles, you had that hour and 22-minute break. You took hour and 22 minutes, which is like the 16:30 time frame, and you slept, Ed. Whoops. So Ed, at lap 60, Ed went down, and then he got up, and then it looks like you got up and you walked kind of slow. Then at 70 hours, you had a 67-minute lap. But then after that, you went 14, 12, 12, 13, 12, 12, 12, 13. Yeah, so you start, and the laps are 1.1 miles. So yeah, you started doing some like 12-minute pace there for a while. And then, of course, it looks like at lap 92, which is around the 100 miles, you started doing what you're doing now, 20-minute laps. So you're doing about my pace, 18-minute miles, just getting out there, getting it done. So yeah, so you can definitely see that. And Yeah. So you're at 113. When you finish this up, you'll be like 114 ish. So, and then whatever you do extra, if you're going to try and get some extra, you got
Yeah.
19 minutes on the clock. So I'm glad you got a hold of us. You've been kind of breaking in and out a little bit, but it's good stuff. It looks gorgeous there. I can tell you here in Bakersfield, it's hot and humid, so I can't imagine what it is there.
Oh,
And so you you caught
the
those
temperature
guys.
actually isn't that bad.
Yes.
I did. I think what happened, I'll tell you honestly, and which is what my goal kind of was, I think I broke him psychologically because the one woman who was in with me, as soon as I did that, I started lapping her. She dropped out. She just dropped out. It's like, she was doing really well too. She'd have been first woman, but I think it kind of messed with her mind a little bit. And the other guy, once I started doing those heavy miles, he was suffering a bit too with chafing, and so he just kind of pulled it back, and from that point on, it was just a matter of holding on to it and making sure I knew where they were and trying to get as many miles as I could in at a decent pace, not let them. Well, she was out at that point, but not let him catch me.
Yeah, it looks like, okay, so you're at 113, Dustin's at 104, Robert Smith's at 103, and another guy, John, is at 102. It looks like those two people who ran by you, James and Jesse Bolt, they're at 98 and a half, so they must be hauling butt to get their 100. The two that ran by and said hello. Yeah, so Ed's kind of lost me again, but I was trying to tell him that the people, so it looks like he, we're doing this.
Because
Oh, Ed, you cut out.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
I'm here. I can hear you. I just lost it.
Okay. Well, Ed, what I was going to say is that those two people that ran by you quickly, I think they're trying to get to 100. They look like a married couple, James Bolt and Jesse Bolt, male and female that ran by. They're at 98 and a half. So they obviously, when they ran by you, they're probably trying to get to 100. So we'll end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in 100 miles for the event in the 30 hour.
Only one person got 100 in the 24, and I can see why. If they held this race in February, this would be such an amazing race. It really is a great course. It's got a couple little rollers, but just enough. You know how it is, Andy, when you've got enough to where it breaks it up for you and gives you some simple run-walk breaks automatically into the race. That's how this one is. Very little gain, but just the weather. And I can see now why. For me, it was such a smart move to move into the 30 hour instead of the 24 because I could have done it, but it would have been a lot of work. See, like right now, we just got cloud cover, instant relief.
Yes.
I don't know if you see that it got kind of darker.
Yeah.
Instant relief when we get the cloud cover, but when we're in the exposed with no cloud cover, and it's not even to the heat of the day right now. It's actually cooler today than it was yesterday. Yesterday I was completely drenched. Now I'm not moving as fast as I was yesterday too.
Yeah.
But now I've actually got dry shorts on right now. Shirt's wet, but
I saw you were wearing the Ultra shirt on.
Yep.
And and you know what the thing is? I remember when William Scheifel, who you had that epic battle with at the 6-day a couple years ago, and you ended up beating him by only a couple miles. He later on went and did the 3,100 mile race, and he said one of the things is he had to learn by watching other guys that you have to do this little dog trot that you don't break into a sweat because the chafing and the heat will just kill you. And so the good thing about doing all these southern races is you're going to learn to be in that zone because New York City, it's hot and muggy. And so this is good training for hopefully someday you'll be attempting that either in 2021 or 2022. And I remember William just talking about it. Like when he first started, he was just dying because he was just running a little too fast. And then he realized like this 13, 14-minute pace where I don't, and I learned that lesson too. And so often when I'm in races, I will stay just below the sweating level so you don't get the chafing and blow yourself up. So very good. It sounds like you're, definitely got another win. What win will this be? And 100. What's the stats? If you can.
This is win number 51, this is the longest dry spell I've had. My last win was on November 1st, so 9 months. I've never, from the first win I had back in September 2010, I've never gone 9 months without a win.
Yeah.
So, you know what? It feels good. It feels good to have one on the W side for a change, and my body feels good. I didn't do anything. Well, I went out too fast. That was stupid. But other than that, I haven't done anything else that was stupid. So I'm in pretty good shape, ready to go into next week's race.
And how many hundreds is this?
Okay there. Although there's some. This was number 186 100-mile finish.
Okay.
Oh, guess who I saw out here? Our friend from ATY. He's done over 500 ultras.
Oh yeah, Ray K.
In his day, he was
Ray
one of the
K.
top elite. Yeah, Ray K.
Yeah, Ray Horowitz.
And he is always such a character out here. Yes, he's got so many stories, and hook up with him for a few miles and just hear the stories that he has to tell. And he's like a walking encyclopedia.
Oh yeah.
So he was out here. He was a lot of fun, and there are a few other people out here that I've seen it. In fact, a guy who I ran with over at the Three Sisters in Tennessee a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I guess. He was out here. So, but they're just kind of a small running community out here. I mean, I know Florida has. Georgia has a lot of ultra runners, but this is out here, which I'm not complaining about. I already know two guys that are really going to be stiff. Have a bad race, and I have to have a really good race to beat those two guys. So it's, I'm not going to say can't happen, but it's not likely that I'll get the win out there. But that's okay. I'll get another 100 in and be running in some nice weather. And maybe I'll even get a podium. Who knows? We'll see. Here's I've been missing all the mile markers, but here's mile 1.0 because it's a 1.1 mile course. It started with hope. Michael Jordan. Hey, there goes Ray. So
Nice.
So you can see Ray's got his little flag in his hand. So tenth of a mile to get to the aid station. That's where my flag is. I'll grab my flag, and there'll still be 10 minutes out on the course before they sound the alarm, and I'll plant my flag. So,
all right.
Here shortly.
One of the things you don't realize because you've been living in California so long is just how big California is. And I just did a quick Google search, and California has 40 million people. Georgia has 4 million. So that's why.
Wow.
So
1/10.
Yeah, 1/10. So that's why when you go to these places, the races seem smaller or a little bit different. And then, of course, you're in crazy Southern California where there's like 10 million people living in Southern Cal and just Los Angeles alone. And then, like Adam Carolla always says, and then there's probably like another 10 million that aren't counted. And so, like from Southern Cal, from Malibu to Mexico, there's probably 25 million people, and they're, and also, and we have great weather where you can train year round. In fact, you were talking about racing there in February. When I lived in Atlanta, it gets cold. They used to have ice storms, and the ice would land on the trees and knock the power lines down, and you wouldn't have electricity for days.
Yeah.
So it can be pretty damn. In fact, they had the Olympic trials in Atlanta in February, and it was really cold. So
my favorite Eminem song, "Lose Yourself."
That'll get us in trouble on YouTube.
Oh, that's right. Because I'm sorry. Darn.
I might.
What can you do? Can you put sound over it?
Yeah, maybe I'll mute that part. Sometimes they just
darn it.
but they don't kick you off. They just like because I'm not monetized. In fact, please subscribe so
So-
you actually monetize our YouTube channel.
So here's my aid station right here with my various
Yep.
water bottles. And I'm missing one. Oh, there it is. And then here's my junk, and here's my flag. So I'll go out, and the buzzer will sound in about 10 minutes, and I'll plant my flag.
Where's the banana?
Well, this is it. They call it a banana loop, but they actually do use. So it has my bib number on it.
Yeah.
5093. So yeah, and they're really, race directors are really on top of stuff here. As soon as they hit the alarm, John, his husband and wife race record team, he's out there with the wheel. I mean, just instantly he's wheeling it out and measuring and marking down and because some races that are like this, you plant your flag and then hours later they'll finally go out, and I mean, I don't blame them. They're trying to pack up and finish up their race, but but he's like on top of it.
Nice.
Really good race races. The thing is too about races out here, they're so cheap compared to California.
Yeah.
Seriously, it cost me for the race entry fee and my flight less than typically it cost me for some of the California races. Not all of them, but some of the California races. It's crazy.
Yeah. The James and Jesse got their 100. Now they're at 100.74. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people did over 100, and Ray K got 78.6 miles for the 30, and he is actually 7th overall at 65 years old. So
wow.
And he is in front of Sarah. In fact, he's in front of he passed Sarah, the woman that was in the lead on that lap. So looking good.
I think this is probably the first time I've seen him run the whole 30 hours.
Yeah.
He's a strong power walker, but he
Jeff,
likes it. Go ahead.
Oh, I say, and that Jessie gal that ran by you ended up being the first female. So good stuff. So I'm glad
What's
that?
Yeah. Oh, her mileage was 101, you said?
100.74.
Oh, 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah. Which actually was the course record for the 30 hour 100.7. So now there's what 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 of us that went beyond that. Of course, I'll have the record with whatever 114, 115. But
yeah, you're at 114.0102, so you'll be a little under 115 miles and about 10 miles in front of second place. So congratulations on that.
Yes, thank you.
Performance, and glad you survived. And so then you're not flying out till tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning early. And I'm getting a ride back to Atlanta. Our friend Jamila.
Okay. Yeah, I see her here. She got 68 miles. Good.
Well, it's Jamila is like me. Like old me. She shows up to races late, notoriously, and it was very common for me to. I've learned better because now you're burning the candle from both ends. But she came late and just kind of was just goofing around out here. Anyway, she lives in Atlanta, so she's gonna give me a ride back. So that'll save me some money. So
good, sounds good. So congratulations, like I said again, and hopefully you'll be able to get a little bit of rest. And then next week you're off to Oregon, so hopefully the weather will be a little better there. Right? Ed's going to
Oregon.
He's going to Angry Owl next week. Right? So, think we have lost Ed, but next week is his birthday.
But there could always be rain.
Well, like I said, the Zoom works pretty good, but when you got a guy who's been up for 30 hours walking around in circles, we sometimes lose the audio. I think he was saying something about Ray K finishing up. And like I said, he's doing the Angry Owl next week. Got another 100-mile finish and a win this time around. And we'll probably be talking at the airport I'm just talking, Ed, because we've lost your vocal.
Okay.
Your
Can you
audio.
hear me now?
Yes, I was just saying you're going to
All right.
you're going to Angry Owl next week. Well, maybe
Yes.
let's wrap this up. Kind of just say what you're doing next week, and then we'll
Okay.
because it's cutting in and out a lot.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Angry out next week, and it's a loop course, but I've got to check the stats on that. I don't even actually know what the course is like. Hopefully, it's flat and fast like this one. We'll see.
You've done it before.
No, I've done. I can't think of the name of it, but no, there's another race I've done out there, but I have not done.
Oh,
that
okay.
one.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. It's some weird like.
Bristol, Bristol something. Yeah,
I was getting those.
one twice.
I was getting them mixed up. Okay, Ed. Well, like I said, you're kind of breaking up. Plus, you've got a few minutes here to finish up. So I think I'll let you go and let you have the last word, and then we'll let you finish your race. So, hey, I think I lost him. So.